Hey y'all, it's your boy Gabriel back with another episode of the Reality and Denial Show. We back with another video, and this one I agree 100% with everything this woman done said. I ain't even got to get in everything because I'm about to go straight into the video. Y'all, of course, it's about reparations. I definitely agree reparations are needed, but I'm gonna let y'all see this video right now. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and definitely get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about reparations or think about everything that she said, because I would love to hear your thoughts on it. All right, check out the video.
First of all, just thank you all so much for your patience. As we see here at the Capitol, sometimes we have to pivot at the last minute, and we're accustomed to it. So I'm grateful for everybody who made the adjustments, everybody who made the trip, who've traveled to come here to fight for reparations and to continue on in our movement for justice and peace and equity. So I just want to, first of all, shout out the coalition of people who are here. When we think about the efforts that it takes to make anything move in this country, it's never one person, it's never one legislator. It is always a coalition of people who are come together from all over this country, from so many different backgrounds, so many different states and groups. Thank you so much for your work, for your dedication. To the colleagues of mine who have stood with us, who are continuing to stand with us as we fight back against the whitewashing of our history, the obstruction of justice, and the flat out denial of our voices and Black lives. I am deeply humbled today to be reintroducing the Reparations Now resolution. This resolution was first led by my sister in service, the formidable Cori Bush, who has, thank you. Sister Cori has long sought to repair the injustices that plague our communities, has stood on the front line on intersectional movements, and continues to do that. From whether she's inside of the House of Congress or she's outside, we can always rely on her to stand up and to come back and to stand with us. And to be clear, she and I and we stand here not just as a member and former member of Congress, but of descendants of enslaved ancestors, of people whose labor built this country, whose humanity had been denied for centuries. So we're here to say that there's no more waiting, no more watering down, no more putting justice on layaway. Black folks are owed more than thoughts and prayers. Yes. And we're owed repair, we're owed restitution, and we're owed justice. We're reintroducing this critical resolution today because, contrary to the desperate, defensive, and deeply inaccurate arguments against justice and equity in this country, attacks on equality, Black economic opportunity, Black health, Black wealth, and so much more are not just a ghost of the past, but they are a very present and ongoing legacy that we are living through right now. I saw that our friends at Fox News have already picked this up. They scooped us, and as we know, depending on who picks up a story, there's different framings. And it's always interesting to see what framing they're going to use. So some folks like to frame the debate around reparations as Black folks simply complaining about wrongs done in a distant past to our ancestors that nobody today is guilty of. But we know that's not just ahistorical, it's ignoring the reality of today. On today, we are still living through the effects of the brutal kidnapping and trafficking of Africans and the government-sanctioned system of chattel enslavement that ushered this country into existence. We're living through the effects of a government-sanctioned system of sharecropping that replaced it in lieu of reparations to the freed Black Americans who had nothing but their names, an eviction notice, few legal protections, and nowhere to go. We're still living through the government-sanctioned Jim Crow segregation laws that kept Black Americans from equal or sometimes any access to education, jobs, homes, political representation, or safety, no legal recourse for persistent acts of terrorism like public lynching or massacres of towns like Tulsa and Rosewood and so many more. We're still living through the government-sanctioned voter disenfranchisement, followed by government-sanctioned discriminatory housing policies, government-sanctioned mass incarceration, and more. The harms done to enslaved Africans and subsequently their descendants for generations to follow are innumerable, but they are well documented, traceable, and persistent. We often hear that slavery was a thing of the past, that our country no longer allows segregation, that Black folks has every access to opportunity available to them, but yet we see how easily centuries of progress and struggles are erased and undone. With a stroke of a pen, the president was able to say that diversity, equity, and inclusion are not policies or practices or goals that our government or institutions or businesses should implement, even while Black folks are demonstrably underrepresented across colleges and education, higher education, jobs, in all other indices of success or outward mobility. With a stroke of a pen, a president thinks he can eliminate the Office of Civil Rights at the DOJ and the Department of Education, that he can eliminate the Department of Education altogether. With a stroke of a pen, the president thinks he can eliminate thousands of good black jobs and the mass layoff of federal workers. And by a vote of just 6 people, we can eliminate affirmative action. Reparations are owed because there is a debt that is owed. But more than anything, this moment shows us that the fate of justice and equality and fairness and opportunity for the current living and descendant people of government-sanctioned discrimination or oppression can't be left to the whims of any administration. Where the government has created a harm, it has a duty to repair. So let's make it clear. There is a debt that does exist. This country has taken so much from black folks and has a debt it owes because for over 400 years into this very day, this country has stolen black labor, black lives, black futures. Industries were built and maintained through the subjugation of black people in this country, and wealth was built and maintained through the discriminatory policies that still plague us to this day. And to be clear, some people directly benefited from it or are direct beneficiaries of it. We have systems that create and perpetuate imbalances and balances in our society, and you either benefit from it or you are disenfranchised by it. And black people continue to be disenfranchised and harmed by these systems. Others receive advantages from it. So it was no accident that the Federal Housing Authority denied black families the ability to purchase homes in certain neighborhoods, and to this day are more likely to be denied a mortgage, while white families were able to build homes and generational wealth. It's no accident that veterans were dishonorably discharged so that they couldn't reap the benefits of the GI Bill, while white veterans were provided education and training benefits to kickstart opportunities for their descendants. It's no accident that highways and transportation and infrastructure projects tore our communities apart and bulldozed black neighborhoods to the ground because even when black folks did everything right by building our own communities, our own schools, our own banks, our own churches, they could still be destroyed in a matter of moments. The reality is that black people have less wealth. We have a maternity mortality crisis. We are more likely to live in polluted areas, more so than any others because the federal government made it that way. So even though folks today have never owned an enslaved human being, so many are still the direct beneficiaries of the policies and systems and institutions that have made and been put in place. And we know there will be pushback. And we've all seen the pushback, and we've worked through it. It's why we're here today. Reparations are a proposal to level the playing field, but the only way we could ever have a level playing field is by remedying the harms that have been done by the system. So we need real, concrete action. We need policies that close the racial wealth gap, eliminate black maternal health disparities, fund education, address environmental racism in our communities, and we need reparations. It is a moral obligation and a debt that this country owes. So today, with my colleagues and with our coalition and movement, I say it again, reparations now, not later, not someday, and not when it's politically convenient. So we're here today to hear the stories of black folks, to reaffirm our history and our place in it, but also what we are owed as being and having been exploited in this country. So without further ado, I thank
y'all, Representative Summer Lee, she's one of the Avengers of the House. You know, I used to say the Avengers of the House. Y'all, I loved everything she said. That woman she is fighting for these reparations. Now, I love seeing that she's stepping up in the forefront a lot more with this, especially after the passing of Representative Sheila Jackson Lee. So, y'all, I am a firm supporter for reparations because reparations are needed. With everything that has happened to our ancestors and the people that has come before us, reparations are definitely needed. And a lot of people, they just want you to forget. They want you to forget about it. And like Representative Summer Lee had mentioned, you know, they want to sit there and say, oh, nobody today owns slaves. Our laws and our right now our country, they don't allow slavery or segregation and things like that. But like she said, we can easily see how centuries of progress can be erased with the stroke of a pen. You can easily see from the history that when black people even tried to build their own stuff, their own wealth, their own communities, it got bulldozed. It got torn down, bombed. I mean, come on now. And you think reparations are not needed? reparations are definitely needed. You know, you can't just forget about that history. I don't care what nobody says. Those are people's lives that were taken behind a system of discriminatory laws, and just based off the color of your skin, getting killed. You know, chattel slavery. I mean, you stole the people, brought them over here. Come on now, like, and you think reparations are not needed? Black people built this country, and America is still benefiting from that now. We still have discrimination now. We still deal with things from that discriminatory system of laws now. And then we have a president that is implementing that and bringing all of this back to the forefront now. So, yes, reparations are needed, and the fight must continue. You know, somehow my mind is correlating with these MAGA people. Oh, they don't believe in abortion. They say that's murder. But all the black people that America has killed, do you know how many babies and things could have came from those families and those bloodlines that were murdered by the system, by America? But y'all don't care about that. MAGA don't care about that. You know, they just want you to forget. How can you really sit there, first of all, as a black person, and just say, I'm going to forget that? That just doesn't make any sense to me. These are human lives that were killed, families that were affected, families that were pulled apart, people that were stolen from their country. Come on. You know, then they just want to keep going around and saying, oh, your people sold you, and everybody wasn't bought. Come on now. It's ridiculous. They brought people over here, beat them, whipped them, threw them in tar, threw feathers on them, lynched them. Come on now. Made them pick cotton in that hot sun. Oh, I could go on, y'all. Oh, I'm just a person living in America, y'all. I really am. I don't even know how somebody can be a proud American, especially as a black person. I really just don't see it. You know, and everything that Trump is doing right now with his racist self, it's like this Make America Great Again movement. When was it great? Especially for a black person. You want us to sit there and think about America being great. America not great today. America wasn't great then. And I'm praying that it'll hopefully be somewhat great in the future, but we don't know how far in the future that might be. But y'all, let me know what y'all think about reparations, because this is a touchy topic for me. When I just think about the history, when I think about our ancestors, when I think about the people that's come before us, and everything that they had to deal with, and the things that we're still dealing with today, like that, what our parents and our grandparents had to go through. I mean, what we're going through now. I've experienced discrimination. I've experienced that stuff firsthand. So it really hits home to me, because I know we still deal with this stuff. We have racist hate groups still out there. The KKK is still out there, and Trump ain't doing nothing but helping them come to the light more in the forefront. But it's good, because it's like, expose yourself so we know exactly who you are. So, and then I don't know if y'all saw that Tesla logo, the Tesla with Elon Musk, that when they flipped it upside down, looking straight up like one of them Klan hats, or whatever they call them Klan things, them things they wear. Just y'all, it's a hot mess. But yes, reparations, like Summer Lee said, we don't need it someday, we don't need it later, we need it now. And the country has an obligation and a duty to repair and fix what harm that it imposed on the people. So we need this now, and we are going to continue to fight for it. And I love to see diversity up there on that stage fighting with us, because that's what we need. So y'all keep going, keep fighting for this. I'm with y'all in full support. I'm just a person that has a little small channel that, all I can do is have my voice. That's all I can do, is speak up, speak out about it, and I'm gonna keep speaking up and speaking out about it, y'all. So y'all, let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comment section, please, and let me know what y'all think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch y'all on the next video. Peace.